Also, some of the police have been stalking me off duty by dressing up as a civilian, and there are people who've been stalking me who are trying to spook me and scare me by like ringing their keys or something. I think they think that I was like severely beaten and abused. And they think that like I'm gonna get scared because they are scared of that noise. So if I did that to them, they'd be scared. I don't know why they think this way. Do I look like I was severely beaten and abused by my parents to the point where I'm traumatized by the jingle of keys? That would mean that my parents were really terrible people, and if they were terrible people, they'd be really ugly. Which means I'd be really ugly. Yeah. But yeah, they're just looking at me, watching me, following me around, and like trying to make it look like they're not watching me and stalking me, and then just like trying to creep me out by like doing like random weird shit like that. And I'm like, I'm not really sure how to respond. Is that dumb? Oh, they're being dumb. They're getting on my nerves a little bit by implying that I'm a bitch. But I'm like, why should I be offended? Now that I sit down and think about it, why am I offended when a nobody calls me a bitch? That's weird. Who cares? Really, why do I care so much? Like, yeah, it's unpleasant to hear, but like, at the end of the day, it doesn't change anything. Other than like the fact that he's threatening me, which means that like he might potentially physically assault me, but that's unlikely. Not that it's impossible, but at the same time, who cares? He's weak. People who can throw punches don't do that kind of stuff. Oh, I think that's the intimidation tactic because they're intimidated by me. So they're trying to like intimidate like me in return or something. I'm not intimidating. I don't know what they're scared of. Are they racist? Is that what that is? I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe they are. I think they're trying to get me to instigate a fight so that I can get arrested and sent to prison. But it's not happening. Because why would I get sent to prison? If I'm not in a fight. And even if I was just defending myself, then that's not even a fight, that's just self-defense, not assault. I don't know. Stupid people have stupid plans, and they come up with these grand schemes, delusions of grandeur, thinking that they're only for special people and they can only talk to other special people. And they're a little better than everyone else at all times because of superficial things. Oh, you know what could have been actually? I was disagreeing with a lot of these, like, I guess they're celebrity-ish, like they're YouTubers and like public speakers and stuff, and they discuss all these ideas. They're popular because there's a lot of people out there who think the same way, or who like to believe in those things too. And there's a lot of bad people out there because bad things are easy to make, and good things are harder to make. Just kind of how things go. Typically, not always. So like, um, it's easy to like just have sex with anybody who's willing, but it's harder to actually figure out how to make a life together and then plan which guy is the best to have a kid with and how you're gonna raise your kids to fit into the society and the progression of society currently, according to economic trends and such, and like what would be beneficial for that person in the future. Yeah. So that's it's a little harder. It's a little more complex, a little more complicated than just like, yeah, I like you, you like me, and like we can have sex, so like let's totally have a baby. That's very simple. That's stupid, actually. Don't do that. Don't ever have sex just because you feel like it. Think about your actions. It results in another human being. But yeah, I think that's what they were like expecting or something. Like, for me to like just like be just like them. I think they think we're the same people. Some of them have very poor boundaries. As in, like, they don't understand what privacy means, and I understand that they have parents who've been continually invading their privacy. Like, I know some of their parents go through their stuff all the time. Like, some people have parents who like go through everything, like their bank accounts and like their clothes and like their rooms all the time. I used to live with a foster family who did that, and it was incredibly abusive. And I was like, yeah, I can't put up with this. So the older I got, like the minute I got old enough to move out, I did. I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to. Like, no, thank you. It was insane. Like going through everything all the time. Like I couldn't even like sleep without them like coming in my room to watch me sleep. I had a foster father who did that continuously. It was the creepiest, most disturbing shit I've seen. I'd be sleeping and he'd come in the room and just like touch me while I'm sleeping. Not like sexually, but like just like move my arms around or like move the sheet covers and stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh my god, I didn't even know he was planning to molest me. Oh my god. While I was sleeping, he thought I wouldn't notice. He was been molesting my so-called cousins, little cousin, and it's been like freaking me out. Like this is why I don't go near them. Okay, they think that shit's normal, and even when that happens, nobody says anything, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Okay, I come here to see this shit. The fuck? And then when I did say something, this is how they responded by lashing out and telling me I'm the problem. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're clearly talking about yourself. But yeah, I shouldn't be angry. I'm like, why do I care what a bunch of losers say about me? I should care about what good people have said about me. And they said I'm fine. Of course, they can't follow me day in, day out and tell me I'm fine every 5 minutes. And for me to expect that would be insane. Imagine? I think some people hire people to do that when they have enough money because they kind of need it. So, like, they hire someone to follow them around and be like, you're fine, everything's fine, you're great. Kind of like Alexa or like Google or something, like on the phone, or Bixby for Samsung. But, like, what's it called? Um, like in person. Like an assistant. I think that's an assistant. It would just be like, is everything fine? Like, yeah, everything's fine. You're fine. You're doing great. You're amazing. I mean, everybody needs a little pick me up here and there. I think that's good. I think that's good. But, I mean, maybe I'm bothered by something else, which is, why do I care so much about what opinions people hold of me if they have nothing to do with me, and whether or not they voice it or not? Also, yeah, I'm not gonna like protest and like push for legislative structure changes or whatever. I'm gonna be like, you know what, I disagree. You need to like that, and then fight for rights and fight for change and like, like that civil rights thing. I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. It's too much work, and I already give up on this country. I don't want to have anything to do with these people. when I'm done, I will be removing myself into another society. Not this one. Because it's my right to do so. I have freedom of choice and freedom of speech and all that jazz, thanks to the Canadian Bill of Rights. Is that what they're fighting over for? They're like trying to tell me that I don't have rights or whatever because they don't want me to have rights. But I'm like, you don't really get to decide that. It's actually kind of psychotic. I mean, nobody really gets to decide that, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure sex offenders are treated better than I am, and I'm like, why is this happening? They're jealous of me. It means I'm better than them. I'm like, Jesus. Oh, that's, yeah, I've actually noticed this in Canada, I forgot to say. First of all, they're actually retarded. And also, with Canadians, they like to treat people who they perceive as inferior very well. And the minute they realize that this person is actually superior, they treat them like shit. And I'm like, that's weird. Typically, normally, actually, not typically, normally, people are supposed to treat their inferiors worse than their superiors. That's where you're supposed to, like, you treat your superiors well, and then you just treat your inferiors worse. But again, a lot of the people here I've noticed are very superficial. So they go by, like, how to judge a person, not based on their personality traits, not based on psychology, not based on, like, achievements, because they're not really achievement oriented here. And not even based on physical appearance. Sometimes, but not always. They based on people's money and the amount of people that they talk to and are considered friends with. Like people that they hang out with or people that they know. Like, this is the number of people I know. This is the number of money I have. And they think being a piece of shit is cool and being a good person is lame. I thought it was a joke at first. Like, I did that as a joke, but no. They're, like, serious about that kind of stuff. Being a piece of shit is a cool way to go. Or maybe they just want me to be a piece of shit, and I'm like, yeah, that's not happening, and they're, like, getting mad about it. Also possible.